powerful, with liberty and justice for all.
Each one of you gets up every day and works hard for the money that you have, but none of us are leaving with any of it from this planet. So make sure you put it to good use in saving this country, the shining beacon, the shining city on the hill, the only one that might be left if you look at what's happening to Western Europe right now. The only one that might be left. It is worth your investment, it is worth your sacrifice. So please, I know it's hard sometimes and you feel like you've given enough. We got to fight outnumbered and win, and the U.S. Army and the U.S. government and the U.S. military has always done that because it's filled with great Americans who are patriotic and never give up, stay focused and clear-eyed about their cause and go get after it. So go get after it. God bless you.
Give it up one more time. So this year, we wanted to add a special award and recognize an individual whose dedication, leadership, and unwavering commitment have strengthened not only the Republican Party. Because of his professional experience in finance, Delegate Josh Stanko has served on the House Appropriations Committee since he was elected to the House of Delegates. His understanding of budgets and forecasting made him particularly well-suited to communicate the unique confluence of fiscal constraints, flawed wealth calculations, and mandates that impacted Carroll County so unreasonably. He was the perfect person to take the lead in negotiations and strategy. Through clear and concise messaging and meetings across the aisle, Delegate Stanko and the delegation were able to convince key legislators and the Accountability Implementation Board that the Carroll County Board of Education was actively working toward the goals of Blueprint, that we had already begun to take many of the required steps, and we had uniquely suffered with budgetary calculations that were unintentionally harmful to our middle-class county. Due to this work, ultimately, the AIB provided some accommodation and flexibility that is saving Carroll County around $40 million this fiscal year. And while the dollars are important, it is also key to note that this slowed implementation is much less disruptive and destructive for both our students and our educators. And while there were a lot of moving parts and many people involved in this crucial moment, the MVP in bringing it to bear is Delegate Josh Stanko. Unfortunately for Carroll County, Delegate Stanko is not going to be running again, but your legacy, Josh, will definitely be remembered. And we want to thank you very much.
First off, thank you. It was very kind of the Central Committee. I have a very important task ahead of me. It's the most important in my life, so I have a kid on the way, so I'm super excited. Sam and I, one second. Was looking around at some of the younger folks that are here and thinking about what it was like to lose what my generation's leader is, right? So the guy that we all looked up to, we learned from, followed. And I have a newborn on the way, so I think about his family. And the point on freedom and what we fight for, right? And so forgive me, like that. For me, this Charlie's passing and assassination was, was a really difficult day for me and for my generation and all of America. But it really speaks to the importance of teamwork. And when I think about Maryland Republicans, and I think about our county and our delegation, the importance in this specific situation, the importance of teamwork. I think about our Senator Reedy, the delegation, Delegate Rose, Delegate Boucher, Delegate Tomlinson. We all have different roles that we sit in Annapolis. Some of those are by default, it's just the way that kind of things run and how they fall. And some you step into. Think about Senator Reedy as, you know, a decade-long leader of our message of what we're trying to, the passion case for conservative that we're trying to put forward in Maryland, and Republican politics that we want to see change the state. You know, I've taken the last 3 years and really played a behind-the-scenes role, trying to move forward the principles that Justin spends every day advocating for on the radio and the news and Facebook, and doing many other works that our core delegation does as well. And it was great that, you know, I would say that the cool thing out of this session has been, or last 3 years has been, that this was the biggest one that Republicans had in the state. So it's a small one relative to the many losses we've taken, but for our county to have such a big tax win, which is ultimately what it was, and for all of us to play a team approach role, Delegate Rose, Delegate Thompson, Delegate Boucher, we all have our own places that we sit inside of this, and so thank you. And sorry I got choked up at the beginning, I saw that when we were just doing it, and that was such a profound moment for anyone that's in my generation, and it's important for all of us as a group to carry on the cause that Charlie fought for every day, so thank you.